Cardi B, I'm very surprised that I have to remind you of this, but just because someone else makes a joke doesn't mean you have to make it too. You know that, right?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
And also, maybe the reason why people feel so comfortable making fun of your BBL is because you do not command the respect that you so seek. Maybe if you stop using fat people at the expense of jokes, then people wouldn't do the same for your BBL.
Yeah, that was Samyra. I'm not going to put the entire video considering the amount of controversy Samyra has already gone through. She was very noticeable. But if you haven't seen the video, you can always go to her TikTok page and you can search for it there and it should be there. Now back to the video. You ever notice how fast someone can go from being loved on TikTok to suddenly everybody side-eyeing them? Like it's I'm obsessed with her, she's so real, or she's so relatable, I love her content. And then out of nowhere, the comments start changing, people start asking questions, old videos start popping back up, and suddenly that same person is being called problematic. And lately, a lot of people have been saying that about Samyra. Hey guys, so welcome back, welcome to my first video, which is going to be about Samyra. So today I want to talk about something that happens a lot on TikTok all the time, but nobody really breaks it down properly. How someone blows up and then someone slowly, or sometimes very quickly, ends up in controversy. And we're going to use the whole Samyra situation as kind of a real-time example. Not to really attack her, but to understand what's really going on with her situation and all the controversy. Because if you really pay attention, this isn't really new. This simply is a pattern, like how a lot of influencers or other content creators also face. Now, so first let's talk about the beginning, because it's almost always starts the same. Everything looks good, the content is hitting, the vibe is there, people are connecting with it. And TikTok, especially TikTok, makes it really easy for that to happen. Fast, like really fast. You don't know years to build an audience anymore. One video can literally do it for you. And when that happens, people don't just like you. They get attached. They feel like they discovered you early, like they know you. And from what people have been saying online, Samyra had that kind of momentum, you know? The kind where people were locked in. But the thing about fast attention is it doesn't give you room to mess up quietly. Everything is loud and everything is visible, and you're leaving a digital print as well along the way. But then there's always this moment where things start to feel different. It's not always obvious at first. Sometimes it's just a video that just doesn't sit right with people, or a comment that feels off and they just brush it off. And then you can literally watch the tone change in real time. The comments go from hype to questioning. Like, people aren't fully dragging yet, but they're definitely not just watching for fun anymore. They're watching closely and attentively. And once that shift happens, people start paying attention to things they might have ignored before. That's kind of what it seems like happened to Samyra where the energy around her content started to change and people began to look at her in a whole new different light. And this is where TikTok does what TikTok does best. It turns one conversation into a whole new situation, because now it's not just viewers noticing things, other creators start talking about it too. Someone makes a video, someone else responds, and before you know it, it's everywhere. And the thing is, once multiple people are talking about you like that, it doesn't even matter if everyone has a full story. The narrative is already forming. And TikTok pushes that kind of content like crazy because people engage with it more. So even if someone started small, it doesn't stay small for long. But now at this point, it kind of stops being about one moment and turns into this overall feeling people have about you. And once that label problematic gets attached, everything you do after that gets viewed through it. And even normal posts start getting picked apart.
Okay, Samyra, girl, I love you. I love you, damn. But girl, it's our fault. It's our fault.
Samyra is miserable in her life, and that's why everything that is not plus size accessible bothers her. I will not be explaining any further. Thank you.
Yeah, those were just a few examples. But people revisit old content or interpret things differently, and suddenly it feels like there's evidence everywhere, whether it was seen that way before or not. And honestly, this part can get really intense because it's not just criticism anymore, it's a wave. And once you're in that wave, it really hurts hard to control how people see you. Then comes the part everyone waits for, the response. And this is where things can either calm down or get even worse. Because people don't just want a response, they want a specific kind of response. They want it to feel real. If it feels like someone is avoiding things or not fully addressing what people are talking about, they just add more to the fuel. And if they say nothing at all, that silence gets interpreted in a million different ways.
Regardless of the parking meter, you should be reading about fat phobia. And I know I already gave some book recs, but there is one more I'd like to recommend. I'm looking for a children's book. Okay. It's called Big by Vashti Harrison. Ooh. Perfect, thank you. Now, what I really love about this book is that it shows how language affects people, especially at such a young age. So I really do think this should be in all school libraries, if it isn't already. And it should probably be in some adult libraries too. This is what Denny's just posted on Threads, by the way. And instead of taking it down, what's Threads doing? Cracking jokes in the comments, please. And we wonder why somebody thought a fat suit was okay.
So whether Samyra has said or hasn't said, that becomes part of the story too. Because on the internet, how you respond is just as important as what people are accusing you of. And I think that's a part people don't realize. Being labeled problematic isn't always just about one thing. It's about timing, perception, how people feel, and how fast everything spreads. TikTok doesn't just make people famous. It builds kind of like these narratives around them. And once you're in one of those narratives, you're not the only one controlling it anymore. But if you've been on TikTok long enough, you've seen this happen before. And we'll probably see it happen again over and over. So the real question is it about the person or the cycle? Let me know what you think. Also, please comment, like, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you like this video. And make sure you hit the notification bell so you're notified every single time I upload a new video. And if you have any suggestions or any topic or controversies you would like me to cover, I'd be happy to take suggestions. Just make sure to leave it down in the comments. Bye, and have a good day or night or afternoon wherever you are.